There's something I want to bring up to you, and this is something I didn't write down for you, but I heard it recently, and I can't even find the quote. But CM Punk apparently was recently asked who his favourite booker was, and he said you. He said the reason was that you would give the answer, tell him exactly what you wanted somebody to do, why you wanted them to do it, and you'd also give Punk like an overarching view of the entire storyline and where this directive for this day fitted into it.
Well, I appreciate that. And Punk, when I worked for him in the early days of TNA, I read that he said that somewhere, and somebody said, "What do you think about Dutch?" He said, "Oh, Dutch is great. He'll tell you this." He said he fills you in on where it's going and what they want it to do and where they want it to go. And then I'd always tell him, and it's always open to interpretation. It's how you interpret what I give you and that we see, and we're going to look at it like fans. And we're going to say, well, I would like to see this. So, and to me, he was very, very easy to work with. But this was before his WWE days. And I don't know if that changed his mind but working in TNA with a booker like me, and I'm totally different than Vince. All bookers are different. And they envision things in different ways. But Punk could suggest something to me, and I would think about it. And if I thought it was a good idea, I'd say, yeah, put it in. With Vince, he's not like that. Vince is cut and dried. This is the way it's going to be. And he was that way about interviews too. Almost word for word, he wanted you to deliver. Now, I would go out there on my interviews and I wouldn't deliver it word for word. I would kind of restate it, reform it. I would get the same thought out, but in a different way. And he never said anybody to me. Chris Jericho said one time about Vince, because he changed something in the interview, and he came back and he said Vince was all upset about it. I mean, not upset to the point to where he was going to reprimand Jericho, because he was too over at that point. But he reminded him that those words were written for a reason, and he needed to follow it. So, but I appreciate CM Punk saying that. And I only worked with him a brief time. Then he got into a fight with Teddy Hart.
Yes.
I think that was before that. And I don't know. And then I think Phil, I think he quit coming, or they quit booking him or something. I forgot.
I'm just looking at Wikipedia. Punk officially quit TNA in March 2004 during the Rob Feinstein controversy, after having a dispute with the TNA officers over his ability to compete in Ring of Honor following a TNA order that their contracted wrestlers were no longer wrestle in Ring of Honor. So basically, it was one or the other. I think he had to choose, so he chose Ring of Honor.
I think that was it.
Yeah.